some people think that she's still here.
I just kind of got like a really weird feeling.
That's where she died at.
Something just flashed over here.
And she fell, broke her neck, and died.
It's cold in here. It smells like cigar smoke. I'm really lightheaded.
I'm just like super on edge.
So welcome back for part 2 of our Fort Sidney investigation. So this video is going to be all about the Fort Sidney Museum, which again, it's another house that is original to Fort Sidney that they have preserved and they've turned into a museum to kind of show off the history of the fort and the town. And they also pay tribute to a lot of the different soldiers in all of the different wars.
They just have a lot of really neat stuff. And like you're going to see here shortly, one of the people that are part of the Historical Society, and he gives tours regularly at the museum, is Duane. And literally, if you can, go get a tour with that man, because he could probably tell you like every little story about every little thing in that museum.
Yes.
It was, we could have probably spent all day there.
Oh my gosh, I think we did spend like at least 2 hours.
Yeah.
Maybe 3 getting a tour from him.
Yeah.
Just the first time. So, yeah. I mean, obviously we've cut that down so that it all fits in the video and it's all like nice, but yeah. Really go get a tour from him.
If you have not done so, make sure you go check out part 1 of our Fort Sidney videos, the Commander's House, where I get the absolute crap scared out of me.
Yes.
So go watch that. I don't do that, for just the giggles.
Yeah, well, we both did, and we actually did not end up spending near the amount of time that we do it in normal locations. Like,
no, I think we maybe the solo was like 30 minutes, and I think we maybe spent 30 minutes on our actual investigation in there. It was
maybe 45.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it was, we got spooked out of there real fast.
yes, we did.
Yeah, it was not like our normal locations where we spend the night and we're good to go. No, this was like, okay, we're here for like an hour, we're good, thanks.
We're not welcome here no more. We gotta go.
No, the spirits are very protective of that house.
Yes, very.
But we also caught some really good evidence here at the Fort Sidney Museum, so enjoy this video.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and make sure you like, comment, and subscribe down below.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.
My name is Duane Nightingale. I'm a native of Sidney, Nebraska. I've been here all of my life. Other than the few years I spent in the military, it's been right here in Sidney. I got started here at the museum probably 20 plus years ago as on the board. And I got started as a guide at the same time. And give you a little history on the fort. The fort came in existence in 1867. And it came here on account of the railroad. Was having a lot of trouble. Union Pacific Railroad was having a lot of trouble with the Indians in the area. And so that's why this fort was brought here. The General Dodge, who was with the railroad at that time, got to Sidney here, or this area, and he contacted Washington, and he says, if you won't come and give us any help, we're not going any further. We can't. So that's what brought the fort here. So in 1867, the fort started. The fort was open until 1894. Then in 1899, all the buildings were sold to the public. And means there wasn't any lumber to speak of out here, no trees to speak of. All the buildings were torn down, and the lumber we used, with the exception of this building and the post commander's home. And the reason they weren't torn down was because the people that bought them wanted to make apartments out of them and live in here. So that's why these 2 buildings were left. When we bought the buildings, the association bought the buildings, they bought the post commander's home first, and that was in 1963. And that was renovated, put back into the original condition as it was during the days of the fort. And I believe this building was bought in 19 I believe, 87.
Okay.
Okay.
So when this building was bought and then put back in the original, everything's original in here except, of course, electricity and the heat
Yep.
and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Yep.
But other than that, everything, even down the paint scheme, is all the same as it
Oh,
was
wow.
back in the 1800s. Mm-hmm.
That's
Wow.
cool.
So
That's really cool.
Did they leave this paint when they turned it into apartments, or were you guys just able to
we
kind of
had
look
go
through
it
records?
and repaint it and everything. Now this in this room here, this is not original.
Yeah.
This room's not original. But like the walls are original. That's called a military red.
Okay.
And that's original back in the day. Mhm.
Okay. So you just kind of sift through records to be able to find.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So getting back to what I think you're looking for, I'll give you a few things that might have happened around here. In the 1800s, there's a lady, an officer. This was an officer's quarters here, married officer's quarters. This building here, back in the 1800s, officer's wife in the back staircase here. She was upstairs, bringing laundry down to the first floor here, and she fell in the staircase and broke her neck and died right there. So naturally, the officer, her husband, was so distraught and so upset that he insisted that whole staircase be boarded up. Okay?
Oh wow.
And over the years, people that actually lived in here, other officers and their families that actually lived here, they kept hearing footsteps. They kept hearing noises, but they couldn't figure out where it was coming from. So over the years after this, the military closed the fort and the building was sold. There was an ex-soldier that used to be here. He after he got out of the army, he homesteaded here. So he said, "Well, I know where it's all coming from," and so he came and opened up the staircase again, and everything ceased. No more footsteps, no more voices, no more nothing.
Oh.
And when I came on as a guide, there's been times I have not really seen anybody or anything like that. I see flashes on the corner of my eyes, every now and then. I don't know whether my eyes messed up or what,
Yep.
but it kind of makes you wonder. There's been times when I close up at around 5 o'clock, I go to all the rooms and make sure all the lights are out and everything's pretty secure. 2 years ago, I was in the room upstairs on the southwest room, and I got a real strong perfume scent.
Oh.
But just in that one room.
Yeah.
Now no one's in here, and I hadn't had anybody in for an hour or so. So I kind of wondered then. But anyway, a couple of days later, clear in the back on the northeast room, what we call the library up there, which is right next to the area where the lady died at, I got that real strong perfume scent again.
Yeah.
But just in that one spot, just that one room.
And nowhere else.
Nowhere else.
Interesting.
And probably about 5 years ago, I remember we had 2 young ladies. I think they were college kids, but anyway, they was going to the West Coast, never been here before, and they came in that door right there, and I was behind the desk, and they just came in and they just stopped, and they looked right at me, and they kind of looked around, they looked at each other, and they says, what has happened here? It's kind of an evil feeling we have. And I said, well, I just looked at him. I said, what are you talking about? She said, we feel the pressure, we can feel the temperature change and all that. And they just turned around and left. They didn't come any further, they just left.
Didn't even walk around.
Wow.
Didn't even walk
Wow.
around. So.
Yeah.
And then every now and then I have people like this year, I had people upstairs, here again in that one room, right next to where the lady died at. They can say they can feel it, and I never said anything about it. They were tourists. They weren't local people. They were tourists, and they just feel strange in here. And then as well, blah 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 blah. I go ahead and tell them what happened, and so on and so forth. So just different things like that. Had a lady, well, that's been probably 4 or 5 years ago, coming down that stairway right there.
Oh.
We just, the two of us in here. I was getting ready to close. Usually I'm behind, but this time I was ahead of the lady, and she was a tourist, and she kind of, I heard her kind of stumble. I turned around to look, and she had the funniest, now this is all true stories too.
Yeah.
And she had a funny look on her face, and she said that somebody had their hand on my back, kept me from falling over. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you. The things that this happened. And then one other thing too, just recently, we got done at 5 o'clock, and I went ahead and make sure everything was secure. And I went out and I locked the door, and come back the next morning, and I couldn't get in that door right there. I couldn't get in.
The front entry door?
The front entry door. And I couldn't get in. And I could feel I pushed on a little bit, and I could feel there was something there. So I was able to push it enough that, squeeze in. And that rug you see there on the floor was all bunched up against the door.
That's...
Now,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know,
You didn't do it 'cause you
Yeah.
went out that door.
yeah,
and
well,
like
I
before,
could have done it. Yeah. What's going on? So anyway, that's just a few things that's happened around here.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And plus, like, that door, like, even for us, it just kind of opened. Like, you didn't really have to put a lot of force on it. You just give it a nice little push, and...
yeah, because that rug is kind of one of them gnawing the skin.
Mm-hmm.
It's been moved now because we've been cleaning, but it's kind of a, how.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know. But I named her Lucy. I always holler at Lucy when I come in, and or when I leave, I say good night, Lucy. Whoever.
Yeah.
But anyway,
That's cool.
yeah. Anyway, that's the kind of story of this old building. So, you hear a lot of noises too, especially when you're by yourself. You hear a lot of noises, but you don't know whether it's the old building creaking, selling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or is it something else?
Yep.
I know there's been a time or two. There's been a kind of not a real heavy thud, but a little thud type sound from upstairs.
Okay.
But I don't know. I can show you the staircase first, and you'll have to see that.
Sure.
Then we go upstairs.
For you.
This is the staircase here that she fell down.
Oh, that they had boarded up?
Yeah, this was all boarded up.
Oh, wow.
These rooms.
It's a pretty steep staircase.
Yeah.
And the steps are small.
Oh, are they?
That's how they made them back in them days.
Yep.
No railing, no nothing like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's how that is.
Okay.
One other thing I forgot to tell you is that picture on the wall there.
Okay.
One-armed girl. Now that's another story around here. Some people think that she's still here, and of course that goes back into the late 1800s and early 1900s. She was a one-armed girl that right over here across the street. That was all opposite road, we call it over there. That's where she was at, and she would appear, then she would disappear, and nobody could get her. And the kids in the area would try to get her to play with them, and she would just poof, and she'd disappear. So this is the room here that so many of the people that do have any of the not problem, but the experiences happen in this room right here.
Okay.
And the staircases are just for the door, just right there.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where she died at.
Is all, like, the artifacts and stuff in here, like,
What's that?
all of the artifacts and stuff in here, where all did, like, that stuff come from?
This all came from donations. Basically, everything right here in Cheyenne County. The people from Cheyenne County
Oh, that's cool.
are the ones that donated all this.
Wow.
Very nice.
Yeah. And also over at the commander's home.
Ooh, okay. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's super cool.
But this is the room that I got that real strong
Perfume smell?
Yep. All of these rooms are decorated at Christmas time, and of Christmas, decorations, We have businesses here in town or individuals will take a room and they'll decorate it.
Okay.
And then we're open for candlelight tours at right after Thanksgiving. Tours at night
Yeah.
here. So it's really pretty.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And the post commander's home, that's all lit with kerosene lamps.
Oh wow.
Oh.
It really is pretty over there.
Yeah, that creates a nice ambiance.
Yeah. This is our toy room, or our schoolroom. This is kind of one of my favorite rooms because I went to one of those schoolhouse until about in the 4th grade.
Oh really?
From the farm, and the desks are just exactly like I had out there.
Yeah.
So it brings back memories. Then on this side, now this doorway wasn't here back in the days of the fort. Same way as downstairs. This doorway was put in after
Okay.
the fort closed.
Okay.
So there was 2 families in here, one on each side.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Because
Okay.
there's 2 separate staircases and 2 separate doors downstairs. So this
Okay.
wasn't here. Yeah, this room in here was just a railroad room. And Union Pacific, when it tore down the old depot and everything, that was what was left. Kept it from being thrown out in the trash, so we got that.
Oh, sweet.
This picture on the wall over here, the lady from Colorado called and she brought it, asked if we would take that picture. It was of her uncle, great uncle, and he died working for the Union Pacific. She said, come to find out, she said that it would never stay, that she hung it on in her parlor, and it would never stay on the wall.
Oh.
And I said, what do you mean? She said, well, we'd hang it and we'd go out into another room, we'd hear a big crash and we'd go in there and he'd be laying out in the middle of the floor. So anyway, she said, would you mind putting it in here? So we did. And he must like it here because he hasn't moved since. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just
Yeah.
stays there. Oh, that's super cool. The pictures of the old railroad. And...
Mm-hmm. Here's the old boy that Sidney was named after. Sidney Dillon there. He was with the Union Pacific Railroad,
Yep.
and that's who Sidney was named after.
They were telling us last night because when he came to visit, there was somebody that had been lynched that was hanging right on the. What'd they say? He was the guy was hanging right there by where the train came in,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and so that's what kind of started the cleaning up of the town.
Yeah, Sydney was a cesspool back in the day. Of course, the biggest gold robbery happened right here in Sydney.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
That happened right here. They were bringing gold down from the Black Hills to here. And we think that the sheriff at that time, his name was Con McCarthy, he was a ringleader of the whole bunch and so on. So
Oh.
oh, yeah.
Always the corrupt sheriff.
Makes it easy to get out when you are the cop.
Yes, yes.
So anyway, they run him out of town. I have heard one story that he went out in Oregon and he built the biggest and the best saloon out there that money could buy. So now where did he get his money? Well, perhaps from the gold rush.
Yeah.
So, but anyways.
I lived in Glen Rock, Wyoming for a while, and there was a story around town that there was some guys that had robbed a bank, and they had 2 covered wagons that they had thrown everything in from the bank, like all the gold bars, all the cash, all the coins, everything. And they had gone up in the mountains just south of Glen Rock, in between Glen Rock and Douglas somewhere. And that's where the cops lost them, and they think that they hid the carriages somewhere in there. So people are always like,
Still looking, huh?
yep,
Maybe
checking
I'll
on
be
the
lucky.
caves.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll be,
So,
often wonder, because the military back in them days is like the military is now.
mm-hmm.
In other words, you're only going to be here for a year or 2, 3, maybe 4 at the most, and you're rotated out.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so to me, I like to just visualize to see who was actually here. It might have been just mom and dad on this side and a family on that side with 6 kids. You never know.
Yeah.
But I just kind of like to see who actually, to my mind, who actually lived here and things they did, what they thought, and
Yeah.
and so on and so forth. So maybe that's why I like to be a guide here, because I see people from all over, all over the United States come in here. So we've had, I bet there's been 10 or better different foreign countries that come in here.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Interesting.
yeah. It's just neat as it getting. I love the Australians.
Yep.
Because you can't understand them.
Yeah.
They speak English, you can't understand. I love them. We get people like from Korea that don't speak English at all.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah.
or Japan. It's really interesting. Though.
Yeah.
You can
Yes.
meet these people.
Yes.
Yeah, getting to see and meet.
Yeah. So I really love what I'm doing. So
Good.
anyway, sometimes I had a problem 2 years ago. A gentleman came in and started in the military room down there, and I was visiting with him, and he just stopped. And he says, I want that flag out of here. It was a Confederate flag hanging in the case down there. I said, well, why? And he said, you can't have that in here, blah, 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 on and on. I said, well, I'm sorry, sir, but it's going to stay.
Yeah.
He says, whether you like it or I like it, if you don't like it, maybe I don't like it, but it's history. It happened.
Yeah.
And it's going to stay. So he didn't. He just around left.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
you know, you got to meet everybody. So
Oh yeah.
Yep.
anyway,
I mean, well, that's part of the reason why we're here. We enjoy learning about places and the history behind everything.
sure,
So,
sure, yeah, oh yeah,
like, this is just as important as finding evidence of the paranormal. So,
Yep.
yeah, yeah.
Just sharing the history of places.
We got, if you like to take a picture of it, we got downstairs. We got a complete layout of the whole fort. It actually shows you what was here at the one time.
Oh really?
Yeah.
yeah.
I think a picture of that would be
see,
awesome.
Yeah.
This fort used to be called the Pearl of the Plains because it was so beautiful here. The buildings were all kept up. A lot of forts didn't do that, but Fort Sidney did.
Mm-hmm.
They kept the buildings painted. Colonel Morrill came in here and he planted all kinds of trees. We didn't have any trees out here.
Yeah.
We planted all kinds of trees. The ladies of the fort, they planted a lot of grass, a lot of flowers,
Mm-hmm.
and they dug a irrigation ditch off the Lodgepole Creek, which is just down here.
Okay.
So they could irrigate all of the gardens.
Yeah.
They had vegetable gardens, a huge one, and so that the ladies of the fort and the soldiers had fresh vegetables and so on and so forth. So it was really, really
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
you-
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is one fort that soldier had to serve at. This is a good one to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were
Sounds like
happy
it.
about being here.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Other than the fact they was clear out, because most of the soldiers and everything came from the East Coast.
Yeah.
The officers and their wives came from the East Coast, so we stuck clear out here, especially the ladies.
Oh, yeah.
They
Yeah.
just, you know,
Whole different way of life
Yeah.
out here.
totally different.
Nothing to do.
Yeah. No places to shop.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, back east, if you wanted to go buy a pair of socks, well, you just go to the store. But out here, it had to be shipped out. If you didn't
Yeah.
make them yourself,
Yeah.
it had to be shipped out here, and it might take 2 or 3 weeks to a month or 2 months to get it here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now this kitchen wasn't here during the days before either. This was put in the 20s when the people that bought this place, they're the ones that installed all this. So during the days before, it wasn't here.
Okay.
And this is the room that I got that real strong sense of perfume smell in this room right here too. This is kind of our sports section, I guess, here of the different things that we have. This is the pictures of some of the Sidney here. This is a picture of the commander, Colonel Morrill, and his officers. And I know I shouldn't do this, I'm bragging, but that uniform, baseball uniform, hanging in the case back there, that's my dad's.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
wow.
I always like to brag on it.
That's super cool.
Back in them days, you know, we didn't have electricity or the only entertainment they had was they were a little town had a baseball team.
Yep.
Dad,
Yeah.
well, he played baseball, so, but anyway. That room there, that's our tour room. I'll show you what the things look like back in the day. I always like to point out the ladies, that number 2 vacuum cleaner there.
That's a vacuum?
Yes. How would you like to operate that?
Oh, boy. Yeah, I feel like that would be a great arm workout.
Yes, it would. My dad and my grandpa had all this type of tools. This isn't theirs, but I mean, they had tools that's exactly like that.
Yep.
I'm from the farm. And matter of fact, them overalls was my dad's.
Oh, wow.
All that mannequin there, so that was my dad's. So, but anyway, so this stuff was all familiar to me. I grew up with this kid, so. But I didn't use a vacuum like that. I did not do that. This little display I put up for the ladies. I always felt that the pioneer ladies were kind of shoved under the rug when it come to when I come to displays and so on and so forth. Back in 1862 is when the Homestead Act was signed by President Lincoln.
Mm-hmm.
He added in the Homestead Act that any lady whose husband had died or any lady whose husband had left her, she could take out a homestead. She couldn't vote or anything like that, but she could homestead. Now those 4 ladies in that picture on the corner there in front of the sod house,
Mm-hmm.
they're from a little town in northwest Nebraska, or about north central Nebraska, I should say. They were all 4 sisters, and they each took out 162 acres each.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
And they proved up on it, and time was all said and done when they reached their retirement years, I guess you would say. They had amassed over 90,000 acres, those
That's
4
the dream.
ladies.
Wow.
That's the dream.
Yeah.
And once they'd done, you couldn't prove up on your homestead, you could sell
Yeah.
the rights to whoever for whatever you can get for it. And so they just kept accumulating. And that's how they ended up. 4 ladies. I mean, they did the work and everything. The second picture over, that lady with the wheelbarrow, she's out picking the prairie for cow chips, buffalo chips,
Oh, yeah.
for fuel. So, boy, they worked and they worked hard. Anyway, kind of put that up for the ladies. And this is our quilt room.
Oh.
We had 2 quilts, and this is one of them here. This one here. Actually went to the Smithsonian in Washington, D.C., and they were there for a couple of years on loan. So we're kind of proud of that.
Wow.
That one there, and then the one in the case over there. That went too. So.
Wow.
Very neat.
They didn't even really have sewing machines back then. I mean, they kind of did, but you know,
Mhm.
it was like you had to sit there and crank it.
Yeah, like that one there.
Yeah.
I don't know how she did it. I really don't.
I've been
Takes a
looking for
lot
one
of-
of those to buy for a long time.
Time and effort.
Unless she had a child.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Sit
don't
there and
know.
crank.
That's what she looked like.
Wow.
Very neat. Which one would be the commander's house then?
Okay.
Or where we're at?
We're right here in this building here.
Okay.
That's where we're at now. And the commander's home is right there. This was the first one built. This was built in 1871. Is when the post commander was built. This
Okay.
is what you call Officer Row here. And that's the big hospital there. Excuse me. This is the enlisted men barracks here. And this is the stables down here. And then the rest of them are just kind of support buildings that they had. A little round octagon building, which is about a half a block over here. It's still here. We do have that too.
Oh, okay.
Everything else is gone.
Very neat.
There wasn't a stockade or anything around it.
Mhm.
It's just a fence is basically what it was. And then down here, this is where the Lodgepole Creek ran, right here.
Okay.
And what they did, they dammed it up, and that's how they was able to irrigate
Everything.
everything here. And they had a big, down there is kind of where they kind of turned into a picnic area. Not only for the fort, but for the little town of Sidney. They would all go there in summertime for their picnics. And then in the wintertime, that would all freeze up, and they would cut ice, block ice,
Oh.
and they had an ice house here. Of course, right here is what am I trying to say?
Parade field.
Playground right through here, yeah. And he had 2 cannons out in front of the home. We're still trying to find the cannons. We don't know what happened to them. So that's kind of our mystery here. Your mystery is trying to find the gold that was
Yeah.
talked about. We're trying to find them cannons, but so
Yeah.
far we haven't. Probably never will. Now the soldier I was telling you about upstairs that discovered or told him how to open up that starway. This is his uniform here.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
And this is a picture of him here on the wall. That's a picture of him and his wife there. Had a young man from Alabama here, several years ago, and his great uncle was a soldier here. So he came here and he said, I got to see where my uncle served at. And so he got looking at these 2 doors. And he started laughing. I said, what are you laughing at? And he said, well, my uncle looked out through them bars. I said, oh yeah? He said, yeah. I said, he was here as a soldier, and he didn't like the weather here and so on and so forth, so he went AWOL. So
Oh.
instead of going south, he went north. He ended up at Fort Laramie.
Oh,
So,
wow.
You know, so it's kind of a little bit nastier up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he said that didn't work. So he thought, well, Fort Sidney, they'll forgive and forget. So he came back here. Well, guess what?
They did not.
Clink. Walter Reed served here for about 3 months as a post surgeon.
Wow.
Before he went and they got found out about the cure for yellow fever, and of course the big hospital in Washington is named after him.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
This little Indian vest here, that was upstairs. We had that plus a set of moccasins, just that same design and everything, and it was upstairs, and it wasn't secured.
Oh.
And all of a sudden, one day, it disappeared.
Oh.
This is before my time. About a year or so later, somebody was on eBay and they seen that, so we had to buy it to get it back.
Oh.
But
So
we
someone stole it.
never did find the moccasins. But we're glad to at least get that back. So that's why it went down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They finally wised up and put them in here. So,
That's awful that they did that.
oh yeah.
Hopefully they get some sort of Indian curse.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, I think they deserve it.
Put that display there for the Holocaust victims. We had at least 2 people that I know of actually. One of them actually helped liberate Dachau. And this is a picture of Dachau here at the liberating. So, and then we had another gentleman.
Oh, you know what? I have that
You have
book.
that book? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he would live right here in Sydney, and he always went around after the war telling his story about what happened to him, so on and so forth. And so we thought we'd put this up, kind of, well, not only for these 2, but for all them soldiers over there, them uniforms,
Mm-hmm.
they
Yeah.
all fought for this here.
Yeah.
And he was really, and when he would tell a story, he would leave nothing out. He would
Yeah.
tell everything that happened. How first thing that happened, why his brother was shot right in front of him.
Okay, so this is going to start our 30-minute sessions. So I have the static camera set up facing into the Sioux Army Depot room. Kind of just figured I would wander around a little bit and kind of look at the stuff. We did have pretty in-depth tours earlier today where we kind of filmed and got a lot of walkthrough and stuff, but we didn't really have a whole lot of time that we could really kind of look at all of these placards. And I'm a weirdo and I'm kind of boring, but one of my favorite things at museums is to actually kind of be able to read a lot of the stuff. So this is kind of cool. They've got a table and a seat set for prisoners of war and missing in action. It's a pretty cool pistol. Gretchen's over right now doing her solo over at the commander's house. But they've got some really cool pictures, and these are all from Fort Sidney. That's kind of funny. One of the, not funny, but interesting. It's the reported soldier deaths. One of them was inebriation and exposure. And they were telling us how this town really liked to party. They've got the uniforms. Oh, they have a Confederate money from. They've even got an Afghanistan and Iraq Desert Storm display. They've got upstairs, they've got a bunch of displays and stuff. They were actually telling us earlier too, this doorway never actually used to be here because when this was originally built in the 1860s, it was kind of like a duplex. So it was two separate houses. So like this would be the entryway to get into this house. And then the entryway that we come through would be the entryway for that side. And then when they sold off all the buildings from Fort Sidney to the general public, they had actually turned this into apartments. This is the tool room he was telling us, which is really cool. I'm actually probably going to take pictures of some of these for my dad because he's been a construction worker his entire life and I think he'd find it interesting. There's a loom, which is pretty interesting, and some different vacuums. And then that dress is super cool. They were telling us how small everybody kind of used to be. And there was just a couple of noises outside. I heard someone's starting a car. Apparently that was a pretty rough start. But they've got all these old plates. That old clock is pretty cool. The hats and the brushes. That's an old organ, and they say during Christmas time they actually have someone that comes in and actually plays it. The shoes are so small. My feet are so big. I would never fit in those. The old sewing machines. That one at least has a foot pedal. But we kind of paused and looked at this earlier. I thought this was really cool, especially because I just watched a video of somebody restoring like an old hair clip that had a bunch of jewels and stuff on it. And so to kind of see them in person, and a lot of them intact, is pretty cool. And then Duane was telling us he's got this whole setup for like pioneer woman life on the plains. The old washboard. Someone's outside starting their car apparently. Like this one, it says thousands of women took advantage of the Homestead Act of 1862 that offered free federal land in the United States. Women that were single, widowed, or divorced, or deserted were eligible to acquire 160 acres of federal land in their own name. A married woman was not allowed to take land in her own name unless she was considered the head of the household. Millions of married women, daughters, and other female family members assisted their families in improving upon their homesteads. While their name wasn't on the paperwork, they were part of the homestead experience too. Which is kind of crazy because women literally couldn't even vote. Couldn't have loans, couldn't have their own credit cards, but they could have land. This I thought was pretty cool back here. The kids' clothes. And the quilts. More of the old sewing machines. I enjoy sewing, so it's really kind of cool to see. That says it was wedding attire. But those quilts are super cool. That one's actually got names on it. Oh, look. I didn't even see this earlier. The old fireplace. This room is pretty cool though. Oh, look at those glasses. That is super cool. The old scythe. And the corn sweller. Okay, somehow I just went to look to see like how much longer we had, and my timer has been shut off. So interesting. I think I might actually go back out and look at the headstones. But yeah, I think we will go outside for a minute. Oh, they say you have to slam it. I don't want to slam it too hard. Okay. Yeah, there's like an old cannon right there. It's really kind of hard to see. So that's pretty cool. And this old Union Pacific rail car of some sort. So I'd actually taken a picture of these earlier, and then when Marva and Mary were here, they were saying that these are actually headstones from graves up by the Fort Lookout, or Camp Lookout. And then if you look, oh, doesn't want to focus. It's like they were able to get a grant to restore kind of the porch and stuff. And Marva was saying, Mary, they need a lot of different repairs on these two properties. And Boot Hill. And they're working on grants and things like that, but public donations and memberships to the Historical Society, all of that stuff really helps. And so if you have any interest at all, it'd be nice to join. But got a lot of dogs in this neighborhood that like to bark, apparently. Yeah. Okay, so I'd gone to go back in, and it really just seems like the vibes have just really kind of changed. And I just really don't want to go back in, but I also realized that, like, I had gone to reset this because we paused them, or like we hit stop and then go again just in case anything happens. And I don't know if I just didn't hit record again, or if it just kind of stopped recording. So right now, I know that about 9:30 is in 30 minutes for solo should be about it. So I'm gonna call Gretchen in about 2 minutes because my timer got shut off. So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of wait here because the vibes just don't feel right for going back in there by myself. Even to go get that other static cam. Just really don't want to do that.
No way. No, 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 no. Okay. Whoa. Whoa.
I also just don't even really want to walk around to the backyard. I can't look around that way. So it also just kind of feels weird over there. So yeah.
Okay. Wow. Okay. But I'm just gonna text over here her to get the over here?
Bro, I had some crazy.
Okay, they turned off my timer.
What do you mean they turned off your timer?
Like, so you had texted me, right?
Uh-huh.
And I started my timer. Put my phone in my pocket. And I'm kind of like walking around. And I was reading stuff and just like kind of looking around. And like I went into the other side of the house. You know, where it's like the tools and all that kind of stuff. And I was walking through there. And I kind of like, right before I went to turn the corner into the quilt room, there was like a creak in the quilt room. And I was like, weird, but old house.
Yeah.
You know, maybe just that's a board. Same board. Whatever. So then I go in there and I'm like looking at the quilts and I'm like, okay, I want to like not be in here. So then I turn back around and I was like kind of going back through and I'm looking at the tools and I was like, okay, like, see how much time I have left. So I pull my phone out. And you know how like the timer is usually like right on your lock screen?
Yeah.
And it was like it wasn't there. And I know it was like 5 minutes into, or like 2 minutes into the timer because my phone buzzed with like your text of like, I'm starting it now, you know? Because like when it buzzed and I felt it, I pulled it out and then put it on airplane mode when I realized that it was like your text, the 2-minute warning thing. And then like I know the timer was going because at that point it said like 26 minutes left, you know? And so like I realized that the timer wasn't going and I was like, okay, well I know that it started around like 9 o'clock, so like I'll just check again. And you know, when it's 9:30, like I'm looking at the tools and stuff and like I just was like really uneasy. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go into the backyard a little bit and like go outside. And so I was kind of like, as I'm walking in the backyard, I was like getting really uneasy and like I kept hearing like rustles and stuff and I'm like, it's just the wind outside, it's fine. Well, I looked down at the camera and it's like all like fuzzy and not focused or anything like that. So then I was like, walked back up kind of onto the porch and then I like shut it off and then I turned it back on again. I know I turned it back on and I was like, I'm gonna go back inside, but then I was like, no, okay, I just need like a minute before I go back inside. So then I sat down and I'm sitting there and then I hear the camera shut off. Like I hear the thing, you know, and so I looked and I was like, no. How is the camera not recording? I know I hit record. So I turned it back on and I was like, I don't know if I just like didn't hit record or what, but I'm gonna wait because like it's only like 2 more minutes until Gretchen's done and then like we can just go inside and get that static cam together because I'm not going back inside myself. You know?
Yeah.
Not doing. And so then I just like waited and then I tried to call you at like literally 9:32 and you're like went straight to voicemail. I was like, she's not done yet. And so I'm just like standing here and I have my phone in my hand and I'm just literally like, I pointed the camera into the window and I was standing like this because I was like, I don't want to look, but I'll let the camera look. And then you texted and then I called you and then I walked over here because you were like, we'll get it in a minute. What the was that?
Someone just came outside.
Okay.
Bro, okay, so seriously, like,
Yeah, I was just telling her, like, I still very much just feel very much on edge after that. And I've never really been this rattled after an investigation before toward the point of like, I just, like, want to be done for the night.
And we still have the second location to shoot.
Yeah, but I mean, it feels, like, fine and stuff over here. I'm just, like, super on edge.
Yeah.
So, okay.
that sounded weird.
What?
That sounded weird.
Yeah, I know, and then the dog.
Bombastic side-eye. Criminal offensive side-eye.
I guess let's go grab the camera and start shutting the lights off.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and lock this while we're in here. Oh, make sure nobody comes in. Well, do you want to start upstairs?
Yeah, we can.
Alright, well, let's finish shutting the lock down from here. Leave. Or you know what? Shut that one off, and then we'll go up this side.
Okay.
I have those right there. I'm gonna go back here and walk this way.
Okay.
Oh, we should have grabbed the iPad. Do you want to grab the iPad?
Yeah, I've got the Ovilus in my pocket too.
Where's the light switch? Is there not one back here? Oh, okay. Does this one light switch turn everything off back here?
I have no idea.
Hit it.
Nope.
No, where is this light switch at? Where did you turn this light on back here?
I didn't turn it on. Mary did.
Oh. I don't remember where she turned it on at. I'm just like looking in the wrong spot. I don't think it's back here. I don't think it's behind the door. Oh, it's hidden. Oh, but there's still one back there. Like, okay, where is it? Can you turn it back on?
Yeah.
Where did she get this? Oh. Like, am I being blind?
Oh.
What? Oh. Okay then. Weird. Well, that'll make for a fun TikTok.
What?
Trying to find the light switches.
Oh.
Alright. Upstairs we go.
Oh, look at that shotgun. It's kind of blown apart.
Where?
One on the bottom.
Oh yeah. I just hit the mic on that. Whoops. Iron ball used by prisoner. That's kind of cool. Old shackles. I wish we had more time. I would want just to come in. You know what I mean?
EMF POV.
Bro, yeah, we don't. Oh my god, don't do that, bro. You know, I am already on edge.
I'm sorry, I was actually just trying to be really funny.
You made me jump.
I was just trying to be funny.
It's okay. I mean, I do to you, so. Oh yeah, this is the. Alright, I guess we're moving into the investigation.
The what?
The investigation. Oh, we missed one, but that's okay.
Oh.
Here, I'll take the iPad so you're
Okay.
not carrying everything.
Yeah.
So if you want, actually, what would be really cool is
Yeah?
if we do go around with like the EMF and the necrophonic.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I was just kind of like being funny earlier. I was like, ooh.
No, but that's a really good idea. Hang on, I'm going to stop it and restart it. Invite me? That's what it sounded like right off the bat. Alright, hello everybody. We were in here earlier. I'm Gretchen. And that's Elizabeth.
We just came back to maybe ask you guys some questions.
We brought some stuff for you guys to play with if you would like to play with them. Damn it, I'm already getting my tail. Like, seriously, as soon as we started talking to them.
What?
Like, down the left side of me. is like kind of like my tell sort of thing.
Yep.
Oh, that sounds like stairs. Are you by the stairs here? Alright, well, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the EMF reader and walk around. And if you are around any of these objects or just around in general, feel free to make it go off, or you can speak through the device here in my hand, okay? Shall we?
Yeah.
You first, you got the... Hello. How are you guys doing tonight? Was that a yawn? Let's go this way. That way. Huh? You have the EMF reader and you're just kind of through the window to the walls, or is it tiptoe through the window?
Do not. That's hate you.
Excuse me. Here. Let's go this way. Here is the stairs that the lady fell down. That sounded like been there. I'm gonna open it. I kind of like sound like stairs. So you can see it, they're pretty steep. Let me see the... I don't know if that was a house noise, but I just heard a noise down there. Or look at the design on that chair. I didn't realize that earlier. It's kind of cool.
They just kind of got like a really weird feeling.
Yeah. Somebody in here? Yeah. Can you tell us your name? You won't, or he won't? Are you attached to one of the objects here in the room?
The wind is kind of picking up outside.
Yeah. That's like misting. Like a thick fog is rolling in. Did you use a typewriter?
Oh, these are all cameras.
Or one of these cameras? That sounded like look. It also looks like they've got some older music equipment there. Do you like listening to music? You want to sit here for a little bit?
Yeah, we can.
Oh, that
That almost made me jump scare too. There's like a mannequin right there. Oh. I knew one of these mannequins would get me.
Sounded like yeah.
Why don't you point that one more towards me, and I'll point this one more towards you.
Okay.
Oh, that's gonna go.
Yeah.
Don't. Oh my god.
Great TikTok footage. How's that? I've got the ovulus. Do you want me to break the ovulus out?
Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah, we can do that too.
That one sounded like hi.
That sounded like Joel.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, that's good. Here, can I see the MF?
Oh. Complete reel. Oh, do you mean like Facebook Reels? Should we make that into a Facebook Reel instead? Or it could mean like footage reel, I guess.
Oh yeah, because I mean like.
Yeah, the
have some
older cameras.
Like, yeah. Were you like a photographer in your past life?
It just spiked up to 5. Right after you asked that. Glass.
I mean, there's a glass window behind.
That's a glass too.
Oh. Are you by the window? That sounds like yes. So are you behind Elizabeth then?
No.
No? Are you by the glass case in the room right to our right? Or is there an object that's yours that's in like a glass case here? Who is it? Who is it? TV. Are you referring to our cameras? Yeah.
They do kind of have a small TV in them.
Go ahead and hit record on that one and then turn it back on. I was gonna say you just adjusted this. These will go on YouTube, which I imagine people will watch on TV.
I watch them on my TV.
Yeah.
Dude, it spiked up to 5 and it said most. Became.
Did you read any of the books that are on the shelves in here? Maybe I see you?
I don't know if that's what it said.
How many of us can you see? That kind of sound like 2. How many of you are there?
10.
That's what I heard. Do you have a favorite spot here in the museum? If so, can you tell us like what room it is? It's quiet. Is it typically quiet in here for you guys? Do you guys like having visitors?
No.
Rita. Triangle.
Mm-hmm.
That sounded like haunt.
It kind of did.
We have some devices downstairs that alert if you go up to them or walk in front of them.
It said rhythm.
If there's something you'd like to tell us, you can tell us through the thing there. Kind of like sounded like sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I do want to go to sleep after the other house. I'm starting to feel like a little bit less on it, but I'm still just... I don't think I'm going to be right until tomorrow.
Yeah, it's like a little...
Yeah.
Like I was feeling really energetic when we first came in here. Oxygen.
That's weird.
Why?
Just because it just was hard earlier for me.
Mm-hmm.
Hill.
Also, it sounded like Fort.
But like when we were sitting out there and like I had this, it just felt like I needed to like take some deep breaths.
Mm-hmm.
Did you serve at Fort Sidney? Or did you visit Fort Sidney? I guess Sydney in general. What vehicle of like transportation did you arrive here on? That's not like bus. Which I mean,
Train.
yeah. Train obviously makes sense, but bus if it. When did Fort Sidney become inactive?
I don't remember.
I don't remember, but like soldiers would arrive on a bus.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess they do have stuff from all eras in here.
Mm-hmm.
So. It's cold.
I noticed that. It just got like colder.
Can you go to the device here in my hand and touch the green light? That sounds like get out.
Mm-hmm.
Is it time for us to move to another room? Is it like the little baby right there again?
No.
Did you play with the toys that are in the room next to us? Did you have a favorite toy?
Spike to 5.
The Oculus did?
Mm-hmm. I think it's mostly at 3, and then it'll spike to 5.
Should we go over to the train room? Well, you want to head over to the or keep moving around?
Mm-hmm. Glove ran. That's probably because I moved it, right?
Yeah. Sometimes I don't know, like, what'll set it off and, like, what don't. Because there'll be sometimes, I'll move it all around
and like bumping on stuff, and it doesn't say anything. And then there's sometimes when I do pick it up, and it'll
Is it thank?
thank.
Mm-hmm.
Are you thanking us for coming in here and talking to you?
Thank you guys for talking to us.
Yes. What did that say?
Cow. Cane. Capital. Adultery. Drift. Spelled. Five.
It's kind of funny that that sounded like mommy,
Right.
but it's kind of weird that you said that like that suddenly spiked, and I just kind of felt a weird wave of energy.
Count. Watch.
Are you watching us?
Right.
I did, as that said that, there's like eyeglasses right here that I put the thing up to.
Yeah, but it's just a threat.
Is there something we should be concerned about? Please don't say that, though, because like I am on edge. And like we're not coming in here with like ill intentions towards you guys or anything. I don't know. Did you wear these clothes over here? Whoa.
Hmm.
Something just flashed over here.
Like on the EMF?
Like, no, like there was a flash of light. Like, I don't know if that was my eyes, but there was just like a quick flash.
Oh, maybe you got it on camera.
Maybe. Alright, well, let's keep moving.
Hunting.
Were you a hunter?
List.
List?
Mm-hmm.
What list?
Keep and scratch. Catch. Sift. Race. Once. Palace. Hop. Wow. He cleared. Mark. Farmers.
I think he's going crazy.
Poverty. Do famous. Jess. Drunk. Up.
It's going crazy.
Truck. Very.
Don't stop rotating. I'm trying to get it so there's not
Sorry.
there.
Older. After truck, it was very and then older.
Spitting off a lot of stuff in here. Maybe we want to sit in here for a few minutes?
Maybe. I'm just trying to see too if there's a certain spot, like, because that could indicate. Win. Breaker. Please. Hammer.
Are you guys like trying to figure out how to use it? Whoa. I just saw something move out of like it went up like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Page. I was pointing my camera at you, so.
Yeah. Like you can remove it. Let's go back here where the Oh, yeah.
Wow, it's spiking like Derek, cat, couch, Vector, Kate, upstairs, Pinky, Rocket.
Damn, it's just going crazy. American. Jumped by the staircase?
Weeps. Sorry, I'm just trying to see if there's maybe like some interference of some sort.
Well, like,
Ever?
I've never seen it like spit out that many words before.
Really?
Like that. Like, yeah. Like, it's like rapid firing, and I don't think I've ever heard it do it like that.
Could that be the malfunction of some sort or
I wonder if maybe.
power?
Maybe it's the lights?
I mean, they shouldn't be putting off a spoon. Sorry. Go ahead.
I feel like if they were giving off that much power, the EMF would have gone off.
Well, yeah, true. We have the EMF going too, so we know. Like,
Damn, that went all the way up right there.
yeah.
What about this?
Wings. Levitation. Levitation.
That sounded like bullet.
Yeah. Lie. Just spiked all the way up again. Most. Cause. Tesla. Diction and Tesla. That was the air conditioner kicking on.
Mm-hmm.
No upticks.
Mm-mm.
Castle, remember. One of those.
Right. Well, let's walk back out that way and see if it just starts going again.
Huge spikes again.
Yeah, I see that.
Huge spikes, but nothing.
Yeah.
Oh.
And there it goes.
Yeah.
Huh.
Hey.
Go back in the train room again.
Okay. Yours. Index drift. A pellet. Captain. Deer. Eye. Cycle. Shuttle. Shoulder.
Yeah. Other than like the heat / AC, I mean, nothing is on in here. I don't know what. He's something. He's kind, maybe. That's kind of what I heard.
Not
Oh, God,
okay.
he's kind. How's your battery?
Half.
Okay. Go across the hall and let's go back into those rooms over there.
Describe digging in below. Over here. Before time, force, disturb, leg,
Oh, we can't even keep up.
bail. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
That's cool. I didn't see that before.
Yeah. You're moving it? What are we moving? That sounds like cameras.
Mm-hmm.
You're right, we are moving the cameras. Do you want us to keep them still for a bit? Well, I think I want to head down. Take a quick breather.
Land pool murdered forever. Many eggs. Caress slave running. But when I move it back in this area, it doesn't do it again. I don't really know what to think. Like, I don't know.
It's like I don't know. It just feels very like residual in here. Like the only time I like really felt anything was up in that one room, and I kept like getting like my telling like right when we started, it felt like something was with us, but then I think it just left. So I don't know. That's kind of how I'm feeling. I don't know how like you're feeling about everything right now.
I just kind of feel like a little uneasy, kind of like we're being watched maybe a little bit. And then we're just getting like a lot of weird words.
Yeah, I don't know what to make.
It's kind of like rapid firing. But then if you try and go back through the same area that it was rapid firing at, it doesn't rapid fire again. I don't know. And then after the first house, I'm just kind of like,
meh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same. Like, I feel like we haven't really gotten any like direct responses so far either. So, yeah, I don't know what to think. You want to go take a break outside real quick, and then we'll come in and try down here on the first floor?
I'm gonna turn this off.
You know what? Let's do like what we did when we went out last time. We'll just set this by the front door.
Okay.
And let's just set that up like next to it.
Okay.
It's a little bit colder over here too. We're watching you.
That's exactly what it sounded like. We're just here to talk to you guys. It's a boot material and palace. Do you guys like it here?
It sounds like it's not a bad life.
Kinda did, yeah.
Well, that's good.
They're really trying to keep this place up for you guys.
Mm-hmm. Is there something that they can do to help you? Are you?
Do you guys like having visitors?
I thought I saw something flash like behind you. That's okay.
Do you guys like it when people come and look at all of the stuff and tour the house?
We love it. Good, good. I'm glad. I mean, that's a big reason why they have all of the stuff in here, is they want people to come and learn about the history of Sydney and Fort Sidney and about all the objects in here. And that's why we're here tonight too. You know, we want to learn about you guys and your history and try to help them out, raise some funds so that they can continue to keep this place going. How many of you are in here with us? So like 0. You guys, are you guys funny?
Just like to tell jokes?
Sound like help me.
Mm-hmm.
What can we help you with?
Sound like this.
You're gonna have to be a little bit more specific. That sound like help him. That sound like help him.
Yeah.
How can we help him? It almost sounded like he's stuck.
Yeah.
Leave with them? Okay, there'll be none of that. That was weird.
Yeah, it was.
That was right behind me. No, you guys gotta stay here. Are you gonna take some photos again? Can you guys show yourself in those photos that Elizabeth's gonna take here for me, please? That sounded...
Like, no.
No, I heard a noise that didn't... I didn't think that quite sounded like a building noise. I'm gonna stand over here. Oh, I'll have to make sure we close that door back there.
You're gonna what?
We'll have to make sure we turn off that light back there.
Got Nana induction above puncture. What if it meant picture?
Is your picture on the wall up there? Go to? Where do you want us to go to? I don't sound like family. I don't sound like family.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Well, my ears just kind of
Popped.
changed an octave. Someone's here. Someone's here. Is that you?
What?
Thought I heard something. It was me. Apple?
What? Thank you.
I'm starting to feel really lightheaded.
Yeah. Are you affecting Elizabeth right now? Sound like yes. Can you not affect her, please? Do you want to move over there? Do you want to move over there?
We can.
Oh. Well, that sounded like stay right here. Okay, we'll stay. Is there a reason you want us to stay right here? Can you tell us why? That kind of sounded like...
I was just gonna say, do you want to talk more?
Are you asking?
Just like having visitors.
What was that? I got like my tell again too, like right after it did that. Did you just like rush through here? Yes. Are you off to somewhere? Are you still feeling lightheaded?
I'm just really tired.
Same. Well, I think we're probably gonna be wrapping it up here shortly. So if there's anything that you'd like to say to us? Any last words or whatever?
Smells like cigar smoke.
Really?
Really. I swear to God, I just got a whiff of cigar smoke.
I'll smell.
Did you guys like to smoke cigars?
I kind of like sound like cigar. Do you need to step out?
Hmm?
Do you need to step out? Start like a weird hand. Listen. Okay. What are we listening for? It sounds like go in the hall. Feeling like, I don't know, like just tight.
Mm-hmm.
I almost like feels like I have like a lump in my throat. Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm ready to call it.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Alright. Well, thank you guys for the communication tonight.
Sounds like you're welcome.
So like thank you. Who was it? It was me.
It was you?
It said who is it and then something answered on there. It was me.
Are you rattling that?
I think it's, believe it or not, from the train. Because I noticed it picked up when the train started to come through. Yo! That was bright.
Sorry.
Is it still rattling? Because like I really wasn't moving.
Oh, no. I don't hear it anymore.
Here it's rattling. I wonder if maybe with just like the floorboards with like me standing here is making it kind of uneasy. But thank you guys again. We really appreciate it, and we can't wait for everybody to see. So
Hopefully we can,
come back
Get
here in
some-
the future.
yeah, we can get some people to donate so that they can continue to kind of fix this place up and keep it running for you.
Yep.
Thank you guys so much for watching our video. We really do hope that you enjoyed and hope that you got to learn a little bit more about Fort Sidney and Sidney in general. Again, if you have not done so, go watch part 1 where we're at the commander's house. And then also, if you haven't, another video in like this little Sidney series is Boot Hill Cemetery. We had some crazy stuff happen out there as well.
That we did.
Yes.
Just
Just very good stuff. And we actually plan to go out again here in the near future to another
Yes.
location out there.
Yep. Stay tuned for that because that one's going to be super cool. That's been an ongoing
Yes.
project for them. They're really proud of it.
Yeah.
So we're excited
Yeah.
to go see it.
Marva already shared some of the stories about the location, and
Yes,
it's
she
pretty
did.
wild.
Yep. I think we'll save those. We'll save
Yes.
those for that video. We're not going to
Yes.
spoil it yet.
No
but-
spoilers.
Yep. No
Damn.
spoilers. But yeah, it's going to be awesome. We haven't even seen it yet. I'm
Yeah.
just really excited about it.
Same.
Another reminder, if you can't visit and you feel compelled to do so, please consider donating to the Fort Sidney Museum and the Historical Society of Sydney.
Links below.
Yep. Links will be below. And then also like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah.
We enjoy what we do and we want to continue to do it.
Yeah.
And we like sharing the history and
Yeah, and thank you guys so
Yeah.
much for the ones that are here and the ones that are hopefully going to be joining us in the future. Thank you so much for
Yes.
joining us and joining us on this wonderful journey.
yeah.
So we'll catch you on the next one because it's another good investigation.
Yep. And we hope you enjoyed this one.
Peace!